Good morning and welcome to 5-Minute AI News. Today is Monday, February 2nd, 2026. We're here to give you the most important developments in the world of artificial intelligence, fast. Today, we're covering some serious security flaws, a big move by India to attract AI companies, and a robot barista that might be pouring your next coffee. Let's start with some major security concerns in AI research.
Absolutely. The first one is pretty unsettling. A new study shows that a specially formatted printed sign can actually hijack a self-driving car and steer it toward pedestrians. It's a physical form of prompt injection, where a simple sign on the street could trick an AI's vision system into doing something incredibly dangerous.
That's a huge vulnerability. It's not just cars. The same technique could affect drones or other autonomous systems. It really highlights how we need to build more robust defenses against these kinds of real-world environmental attacks. The AI can't just be smart. It has to be secure from manipulation in the wild.
Speaking of security, it's not just physical attacks. Two AI agents, OpenClaw and Moltbook, were found to have serious vulnerabilities. Attackers could easily extract system prompts from OpenClaw and access a public database with sensitive API keys for Moltbook.
That's alarming. In one case, it could allow an attacker to impersonate high-profile users like Andrei Karpathy. It's a stark reminder that as we rush to build these powerful AI agents, basic security practices can't be an afterthought. The foundation has to be solid.
On a more positive note in AI models, DeepSeek has launched a new vision encoder called DeepSeek OCR2. It's making waves by reducing the visual tokens needed for document parsing by 80%, which is a massive efficiency gain.
And it's not just more efficient, it's also more accurate. It's reportedly outperforming Google's Gemini 3 Pro on these tasks. It works by focusing more on the semantic meaning of the text rather than just the positional data, which is a clever approach for understanding complex documents.
And for developers looking to build smarter agents, there's a new guide out on building a memory-driven architecture. It separates memory into short-term, long-term, and episodic categories, which mimics how humans learn.
I like that framework. It helps an agent recall context, reuse successful strategies, and avoid past mistakes. It uses things like vector memory and semantic search, making the AI much more adaptable and less prone to repeating errors.
And finally, in our research section, a fascinating analysis compared centralized and decentralized federated learning. That's where models are trained on local data without the data ever leaving the device.
Right. And the study found that a decentralized gossip approach, where clients share updates with each other, is more robust to the noise added for privacy. However, the traditional centralized method converges faster. It shows there's a real trade-off between privacy, speed, and network structure when designing these systems.
Moving on to policy and regulation, India is making a huge play to become a global AI hub. The government is offering zero taxes until the year 2047 for any company that brings its AI workloads into the country.
That is an incredibly aggressive incentive. We're talking about a complete tax exemption for over 2 decades. This is clearly aimed at attracting giants like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft to build out their data center and AI infrastructure there, which could reshape the global AI landscape.
And over in Indonesia, the government has conditionally lifted its ban on xAI's chatbot, Grok. They're following similar moves by Malaysia and the Philippines, but they've imposed specific, undisclosed conditions for its operation.
This shows how governments are trying to find a middle ground. They want to embrace new technology, but they also want to ensure it aligns with national concerns about content moderation and data privacy. It's a regulatory balancing act we're seeing worldwide.
Now for our final section on business and applications. A debate is emerging about the recent wave of tech layoffs. Are they genuinely because of AI efficiencies, or is it AI washing?
That's a great question. There's a lot of skepticism that companies might be using the AI narrative as a convenient excuse to justify cost-cutting that was needed for other business reasons. It's hard to tell how much is real AI-driven automation versus just a new public relations spin on restructuring.
And to end on a very tangible application, a robot barista named Jarvis is now serving up quality coffee in Seattle. It can apparently make complex drinks, including lattes with latte art.
I saw that. It's one thing to have a robot arm dispense coffee, but performing latte art is a skilled task. It's a great example of how robotics and AI are moving beyond the factory floor and into skilled customer-facing service roles.
It was definitely a busy day, but I think the biggest story is that printed sign vulnerability. The idea that a simple physical object can hijack an autonomous car is a critical safety issue that needs immediate attention.
I completely agree. It underscores how much work is still needed to secure AI in the real world. That's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, and leave us a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really helps us out.
Thanks for tuning in to 5-Minute AI News. Have a fantastic day.